Welcome back everybody to Top Tier Studios. This is episode 12 and we're going to be starting our third area in the park. This area is going to be sci-fi themed. If you guys saw the very end of the last episode, I did leak that. I tried not to, but I couldn't not. So that's what we're going to be working on in this episode, is this sci-fi area. This area, you saw me put down a couple of rides. It's going to be like the space ride, and we also going to use the arm ride, I guess it's what it's called. It's the one where it's basically an arm and it's like a spinning chair and all that. It's, if you've ever been to Universal Orlando, it's the Harry Potter Hogwarts ride. That's the kind of mechanism that it uses. But those are going to be the two rides in this area. I was thinking about using the swinging ship, but like the space shuttle one, but I think in the end it's going to be too big and like too much for the space that we have, so it might not fit. And then obviously we'd have to change up this first building that we're working on right now to kind of fit this sci-fi theme. Even though like it's kind of a combination of that city theme and the sci-fi theme. That's really was needed, because otherwise it would be a city area, and that's not what I want for this area. I want it to be a lot more sci-fi. And then along with this, we're going to be kind of updating our dueling coaster in the back, because we are going to be, like, we're not going to change the layout or anything, but we're going to be putting in a little bit more scenery. As I was kind of working on the last area, I kind of saw that it was not to the detail that I would want it to be, so I decided to kind of go back a little bit and add like some cars and stuff, and kind of make it feel like a city. And then obviously we're going to be putting in some blockers as well. It's going to be basically a fence. It's a really tall fence with some like lightning rods on it, I guess. It's not going to create lightning. It's just going to be like sparklers, just for the effect that it's a wall that you can't pass, instead of having to make a bunch of buildings that are fake and all that. So instead we just use that. And now we are going to actually work on a little restaurant. It's not really a restaurant. Well, I mean, if you can sit down and drink milkshakes, I guess it is kind of like a restaurant. If you think about it, it's going to be a milkshake kind of diner almost, just have a sci-fi theme to it. It has the Cosmic Cow, both of them, the Cosmic Cow milkshakes and the Cosmic Cow ice cream, I believe it is. So those are the two workshops up in there, and we're going to kind of theme the inside of that, and that's what is going to be a good chunk of the time lapse right now, is this building. And that's kind of almost the little the character that would be in this area. If anything's themed to it, it's going to be Cosmic Cow, and also the Robo guy, but I don't remember his name. Anyway, so like we'll have probably Cosmic Cow character walking around this area, and then we'll also have the Robo guy, because the track ride that we're making, the arm one, is going to have a lot to do with robotics, and it's going to be kind of space-like. So that's kind of the where we're going. But for this area, or for this episode, we're just going to be concentrating on the outside of this area, and that's going to be like these buildings, and we're going to be doing a little bit of queue work, and we're going to do the layout for the arm ride as well. And then in the next episode, we'll actually start theming that ride, and we'll get it all set and to go. And I'm planning that ride should take me only about an episode, maybe two at most. So no more than what it took for the Ghostbusters ride, even though the Ghostbuster ride is like way bigger. So I'm anticipating this one to take a little bit shorter amount of time, and that is actually going to kind of work. I plan to have this done before, because this basically Planet Coaster for me right now is going to be going on a little bit of a break. It's just because I have I'm going some places where I am going to be able to make other types of videos, like some reviews and stuff. So I'm planning on doing that, and like some off-ride footage videos that you guys can use for your own videos and stuff. So that's what it's kind of going to go towards for a couple of days, just because that's what I'll be able to do, because I really won't have my computer to play Planet Coaster. But basically it's not going to go away, it's just there's going to be a little break. So I plan to have this area done before that, and that content that you'll see is like what we have with like the Hades review and the off-ride footage for that, so you guys can check that out if you want. but there will be a lot more content like that. Hopefully you guys enjoy that stuff. And then this will continue. There might be a little bit of a break. I am trying to pump out building a lot more, and then I can do the voiceovers all at once. That way I have enough of this to kind of last over that break, but I can't promise that it's all gonna be it's gonna be able to last through this whole for the whole time span of it. But anyway, that's just a little update there, but nothing too crazy is going to happen. And then when I get back, we're going to be hitting this full hammer, and hopefully with the next area, which I haven't decided which side I want to do. I don't know if I want to do the area right next to the parking lot, or if I want to do the area back by the Ghostbusters area. And there's a couple of different things that you kind of have to consider here. Once we get the arm ride scenery and all that, there's going to be a big warehouse there that it's going to be in, and obviously that's where all the scenery is going to be. So that building is going to have to be kind of transformed into a transition state to where the next area is going to be. And that's going to be a little harder because the area next to it is also going to have this big track ride that I want to go almost in the same space. So both of them are going to be a little bit smaller in size, but hopefully I can kind of mesh them together to where it looks really cohesive. But at the same time, back by the Ghostbusters area, I have to work on that transition as well, because it is a little choppy back there. There's a lot of curves and stuff that aren't completely filled in yet, and I wouldn't say I'm completely done with the Ghostbusters area yet. I still want to put in a Stay Puffed gift shop there, and there's the new restaurant there and all that, and the character, the Stay Puffed character that we have in game. I want to keep that as well. But I don't know when I want to do that, because I don't want to put it in and then have to move it based on what I'm going to be doing for a future area. So that's all kind of up in the air. So that finishing is gonna come when I work on that area next to the Ghostbusters area, and the finishing of this building here, I believe, is gonna also come in when we start working on this area next to the parking lot. But that's kind of a little bit of foreshadowing on what's to come, all in this kind of upcoming episodes once we get past this sci-fi area. And the big track ride is going to be pretty simple. It's just going to be some simple straight sections and turns. And basically the idea for this, I don't want to kind of give too much away of it, but the idea, oh, there was a cut there. That was because I didn't like how the layout had been, so I actually had to restart it and all that. And we're actually going to work on this wall here first. Anyway, what I was saying is this ride is I haven't decided if I want it to be more like a ship building or a space shuttle building type, almost like power plant, or if I want it to actually go into space, or maybe I might combine both of them. I don't really know yet for sure, but it's gonna be something like that. But that's kind of the general idea for that. It'll come together, I will say. I have a general idea of what I want each room to be. I'm thinking I want it to go in the first section and be you're getting into your space shuttle, and there's a bunch of arms and stuff that are fueling it up and all that. And then you're gonna go and you're gonna turn, and you're gonna be in the star section, and the car might go a little crazy, you're in zero gravity. And then you're going to go into this huge space battle, and then after that you're going to go back into the zero gravity area, and then back into your ship, and then you're going to land back on Earth. So that's kind of the idea that I have there, but it's kind of up in the air. So let me know if you guys like that or not. And then also, I kind of have been almost naming the areas. So, the first area we have is the Main Street, and the Ghostbusters area was the Ghostbusters area. And then we have that haunted house subsection there. So this area, I was well, I don't want to really call it the sci-fi area, but that's what I kind of went with. It's not really a sci-fi area, but I was thinking about some couple of names here, and maybe Intergalactica or just Galactica or something like that. I feel like that's almost a knockoff of a game or something, probably because it is, but that's kind of what I was thinking there, and that's kind of what I don't know, it just kind of came to my mind and I kind of liked it. So that's what we have going on with this area. Now we're working on this wall here, and there was a huge pause there. I did not cut that out. My bad. That was my bad. I did not notice that when I went over it the first time, but sorry for that. There was just a really long pause there. Anyway, so now we're gonna kind of get into the more fun stuff of this layout after we finish this building here. So as I was saying, like, you can't just have all this fence here, but you can't always have all these buildings as well. So I tried to my best to kind of incorporate the city feeling, because that's right next to it, and the sci-fi theming, and I think it turned out really cool. And I really like this Cosmic Cow little restaurant here as well. So this is actually going to be the legit layout for this ride now, and we're actually getting close to the end of the episode now. But yeah, it's a pretty short episode, I would say, but we got a good amount of stuff done, and it really sets up these next couple of episodes. So I'm gonna work hard on trying to get this ride done, and maybe even starting the next area. I don't know yet, but this layout's kind of you can see it, how I'm trying to kind of put in my storyline into this ride. You got that straight section, and then you got that turnaround, which is going to be that 0G area, and then you got that like straight shot of like fighting and all that, and then like the swerving stuff, which is going to be a little bit more chaotic, and then you got that another turnaround, which is going to be like that 0G stuff. So, and then you got like that little bit of straight section, which is going to be like you're back on Earth or something like that. So that's the general idea. I'm going to work on that. It might not turn out exactly how I wanted it to. And another thing that I had to do with this, like I forgot that you could do it, was turn the cars and like rotate them and all that. So I'm going to have to work on that as well off camera, because that stuff is a little bit boring, I will say. Anyway, so we're going to do the final thing here. We're going to work on this queue, and when I made it, I forgot to do the priority queue. I know like some people when they play this game don't do it, but I like to. But anyway, we are quickly nearing the end of this episode, so this is pretty much what we've gotten done, and in the next episode we'll hopefully be able to finish it all off, or at least most of it. So with that all out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace!